There have been so few female sportscasters that most pioneers are still in the business. According to Arthur Kaminsky, an agent that represents a number of the top female sportscasters, it's a generational thing. There are women who grew up watching sports now just getting into TV. As they move up, the opportunity will follow. Hannah Storm is one of these pioneers. She's made it possible for people like me who want to be sportscasters to see that it is possible. She has been my idol ever since she started working for ESPN. Now today I'm going to be talking about her early life, her career, and the newest scandal that's revolving around her. Growing up, Hannah was around sports, and this helped her get to where she is today. She was born on June 13th, 1962, to Mike and Hannah Storin. Like I said earlier, growing up she was surrounded by sports, and this was mostly because of her father. Most of his jobs revolved around sports, mostly basketball. Her dad was a sports executive. He was the commissioner of the Old American Basketball Association and was the president of the Atlanta Hawks, which is an NBA team. Now, growing up, Hannah said that being around these athletes helped her grow confidence, and that's not just confidence for what she does now, but what she thinks that everyone needs to do. After high school, she graduated from Westminster School of Atlanta, and she attended Notre Dame, where she got her degree in political science and communications. While attending Notre Dame, she worked for WNDU TV, which is owned by Notre Dame and is a program from NBC. Later on in life, she married Dan Hicks, who is also a sportscaster, and they have 3 daughters. Her job in college helped lead her to bigger and better things. After college, she got her first job as a disc jockey at KNCN FM, where she actually took her stage name as Storm. She was there for about 6 months, and then she became a drive time sportscaster for a different radio station and was there for a while. And then when she was in Houston, that's when she really got into TV, and she was still in kind of radio, but she was gearing more towards TV. Some of the things that she did was she did the halftime show and the preview and the post-game show for the Houston Rockets, and also did the post-game for the Astros, which is a Major League Baseball team. After she was there for 6 years, she moved to Charlotte, where she became a sports anchor and reporter for a little bit. After that job, she was able to work for CNN. She actually became the first host of CNN Sports Tonight. While at CNN, she covered a lot of Major League Baseball and did a lot of preview games for them. After CNN, she moved up to NBC, and there she really got into the sports. She did everything she did in NBC was sports related. She did the Olympic Games. She covered 2 Olympic Games. She did all of her stuff for NBA, WNBA, the NFL, and Major League Baseball. She also covered a lot of figure skating. She did a lot of golf. And while at NBC, she also became the first solo host of their network package. Now, shortly thereafter, she moved from NBC to CBS, where she took a total different direction. She started doing more political work rather than sports. While she still did a little sports here and there on the side, it was mostly political. She was on The Early Show. She covered the Iraq War, Hurricane Katrina. She did cover 2 Super Bowls, however. But she then, after that, got into the Democratic Convention in 2004. And she's actually known for her interviews there of political of political leaders. She interviewed the Bushes, Condoleezza Rice, the Clintons, and people like that. She also was able to cover the Thanksgiving Day parade as well. She's now currently working for ESPN as a sports anchor of SportsCenter, and she does it during the weekdays. She also is a commentator and reporter on certain things. Some other things that Hannah has done besides TV and radio is she's written books, she's been in magazines, she's created foundations and been on committees. She's written 2 books, and the 2 books are Go Girl and Notre Dame Inspirationals. Go Girl is about helping your daughters get into sports and to realize that they're good and that they can play them. And Notre Dame Inspirationals, actually all of the money that is made from that book is gone to scholarships to Notre Dame. It's actually in its 2nd time being published, which is a good thing. Hannah also founded the Hannah Storm Foundation, which helps with kids with disfigured vascular birthmarks and trying to get those figured out and to fix them. Some of the committees that she was on was the Tribeca Film Committee and the Collegiate Women's Sports Committee. Now, you can see that Hannah has had a very successful career, but that doesn't mean that she didn't have to work hard to get it, and it wasn't easy. In fact, it's still not easy. Earlier this year, I think it was in February, she was critiqued about what she was wearing on TV by her actual fellow co-host, Tony Conesier, and he kind of bashed what she was wearing on his radio station, and this is what he said about it. Hannah Storm is in a horrifying outfit today. She's got on red go-go boots and a Catholic plaid skirt. Way too short for her. For somebody in her 40s or maybe even early 50s by now. She's got on her typically very, very tight shirt. She looks like she has a sausage casing wrapped around her body. Shortly after that quote was said on the air, he was suspended and was fined. But that didn't take care of the problem. Hannah recently is again been under the gun about what she was wearing while she was interviewing an NBA player, and I guess all of her colleagues were talking about it. The thing is her employee, it's not really her choice what she wears. They dress them up, they put their makeup on them, they tell them what to wear, and if her employees are telling them what to wear, they can't really get angry with them. And she's doing her job. She's a sportscaster. She's good at what she does. If they had a problem with it, they would take care of it. Hannah had to work to where she is today. One thing that helped her become who she is growing up around sports, being around them, being engrossed with them. She knew what was going on at a young age. While she had to work hard to get to where she is, she still had a very successful career and is still fighting to where she is today. She's making it possible for people like me who want to be female sportscasters to realize that it's possible and that with a little hard work that you can do it, and she's willing to help pave the way for those of us like me.